The observant is one with a great mental stability. The observant is one with emotional stability. The observant is one who has control. The one who has insights about the future, connecting to life matters. The observant is one who knows the purpose of God, connecting to life matters. The observant is one who makes definitions without explanation. Is one who makes definition without trying to explain. She knows what is ahead. She knows what to do. Abigail is needed in our today's world. I repeat again. Abigail is needed in our today's life, where motherhood has lost its true essence. You can't tell between the mother and a little girl. Every reaction you see in a small lady, you see it in a mature woman. The true making of great families is losing its value in our community today. Abigail gained access to this great truth because she was an observant mother. She defined the place of David, which is the place of prophecy. She defined the place of Laban, which is the place of our emotions. She knew which one was superior. She did not move Laban above David. She moved David above Laban. Because if you follow Laban, you have a short-time destiny. If you follow David, you have a long-time future. That if you want to marry, don't marry emotions, marry your future. Because emotions will surely be killed at one moment in your life. Abigail's journey began with a few things. Number one, good understanding. 1 Samuel 25, 3, 10, 11, 18, 19, 23, 33, 34, 35. It takes understanding to know the weakness of a man and also know how to protect it. It is understanding to know the weakness and the strength of a man, then know how to protect it. It also takes understanding to know how powerful David's future was and how Abigail knew that this guy has a prophecy in his life. So let's try to block it down in number 1A. Abigail understood the place of God. 1 Samuel 17, 32, 54. 1 Samuel 25, 26 to 30. B1B, she understood the place of honor. You heard it a few minutes ago. She knew who to honor. Today's families are playing the trade of death. We are dishonoring people we are supposed to honor. And honoring people we are not. Sometimes I marvel at marriages and how a woman would dishonor what is supposed to be honored because of your high emotions. Abigail understood that if she dishonors David, her husband will die. 1 Samuel 25, verse 19. I don't have time, so you can see all of that there. 24, 28, 29, 32, 35. Read the scripture yourself. These two factors are very important in your life as a woman. Understand the place of God and the place of honor in your life. Just show me verse 19 of 1 Samuel 25. She said unto her servant, go on before me, behold, I come after. But she told not her husband. She told not her husband. The man is the reason for the crisis. She told not her husband. The man is the reason for the stagnation they are facing, the delays, the family battery. She told not her husband. Until you understand the Abigail'S definition, you can't live the Abigail'S life. Write that down. You can talk Abigail. Until you understand the Abigail'S definition, you will not live the Abigail'S life. Number two thing, quickly, she understood the family errors. She knew that her marriage has a problem. 1 Samuel 25, 10 to 11. Abigail knew there was a problem in this marriage. My husband is not a good person. Look at Abigail said to David, go to 10. She told David, Laban answered David, that's the problem of Laban. He's a very proud idiot. He doesn't know where to talk and how to behave. He behaves to everybody the way he likes. Go to 11. This is how he behaves. Now, but when Abigail was speaking to David, go to 14. Abigail said, yes, I know my husband. He's a foolish man. He's in 25. Show me 25. She said that to David. This guy is not a good person. Identify, and Abigail will identify the error in a marriage. Now look at it. Let not my Lord, I pray thee, regard this man of Belial. Even Laban, for as his name is, so Laban is his name. A fully is with him. But I then have a son of the young men of my Lord, whom I didn't see them. If I have seen them, he wouldn't have spoken like that. Look at what she said. So if I have seen your servants, Laban wouldn't have spoken like that. So if she was with Laban, he wouldn't have said what he said. I would have stopped him from talking the way he spoke. Now that got a sense into my spirit, man. Please look up and look at me. How will you have a man who has no decency? A man has no decency around you. Can behave anyhow. He said, David, if I was with him, he wouldn't have spoken like this. That thing hits me. David, if I was with this man, he wouldn't have spoken like this. Every young woman here, you need to train to become an Abigail. Because Abigail is today's image that will solve the crisis of marriage. Let me shut down with this picture because of my time. Number 4, the place of God, the place of solution. Abigail solved a problem. 1 Samuel 25, 18, 28, 35. Abigail solved the problem. She did not look and say, oh, she got up and made haste. You are seeing the family going into damage, and you are supporting your husband, so the family will be damaged the more. What kind of a life is that? You are seeing crisis ahead. It's coming. There's a looming darkness ahead of that home. And you, the woman, you are just enjoying it. Just keep going. Now my husband. Now my husband. Now my husband. What you are going to do? Now my husband. Children are involved. Destinies are tied to it. Abigail solved, please write down, a destiny crisis. A destiny, not today's stomach. She solved a destiny crisis. Not today's interest. 50 years ahead of the family. That's what she solved. Because she told David, I know if you are king, you'll be hot. So that means Abigail did not solve 2 days problem. She solved a 50 years crisis. She saw David being king when he was an ordinary man. Today you are fighting battles just for now. Just for today. As a woman. No revelation on your sight to see tomorrow. Now I want to ask you a question, and this question is very important. Let me show you something that will bother you small. Can you imagine Eve acting like Abigail? Will God drive them out of the garden? No. Because Eve would have done everything to preserve the command of God in Adam's life. Can you imagine Delilah acting like Abigail? We pastors always preach about Delilah, the sinner, the man puller. What about that big girl, the man raiser? There was another big girl who raised the man. Can you imagine the church Delilah acting like Abigail? Something would have become one of the greatest men that ever lived. Can you imagine Lot's wife not turning back? If that was that big girl, she wouldn't have turned back. She would have obeyed the instructions of God. And that's why I keep talking to money. Your disobedience will kill your children. Your disobedience. You're not serving God will destroy your kids. You're not serving God. You're not serving God. You're not serving God. The woman turned back and became a pillar of salt. Let me ask you a question again. If Seraphim in Acts chapter 5 did not allow the husband to go and lie in the church, the both of them wouldn't have died. If that was Abigail, she would have stopped the husband. If that was Abigail, she would have stopped the husband at home. Stop that! The Seraphim allowed their family to go to church and embarrass themselves, then died inside the church. So the Christian, I'm asking you, what kind of a woman are you? Are you a Delilah? Or a Lot's wife? Or Eve? Or Seraphim? Or Abigail? I will show you something in the second service. David did not marry a beautiful woman. He married a woman who, David said, because you have advised me. That's a woman. Because you have advised. Because you know what to tell me. The moment Laban died, David sent for her to be his wife. If you read down the scripture, when Abigail returned from seeing David, the Bible said she met Laban feasting. Some women would have attacked that man there. She allowed Laban to sleep. In the morning, she called him at morning hours and said, sir, The trouble you created, I have solved it. Then Laban, because of his pride, could not stand it. And that's why, if you marry a man who is stupid and proud, work on him. Because he had no reason to die. He would have told the wife, thank you for what you have solved. He couldn't stand it. He was proud. So at the process of the anger of being proud, he died in the process. The destiny of a nation, of a people, of a family is tied to a woman. Whatever is happening to your husband, you are the cause. Whatever life your husband is living now, you are the cause. If he's an unbeliever, you are the cause. If he's a believer, you are the cause. If he is an indisciplined man, you are the cause. Because what you don't want, you don't start. Women, we need Abigail in our little children. We need an Abigail as a young lady. You need to leave this meeting after today and read 1 Samuel 25 every day of your life. Abigail is more than a virtuous woman. She's a God-sent image to a God people. Don't marry without studying the Abigail's picture. Before you get married, read that chapter of the Bible for more than 1 month before you get married. I will show you some things. Please look at me as I end there. Can you imagine Delilah acting like Abigail? Just all of this preaching, they preach about seduction, run from a Delilah. Can you see an Abigail in Delilah? Samson would have become the greatest that ever existed. Can you see Eve in Delilah? Adam would have rested in the garden. Can you see Lot's wife as a Delilah? Lot wouldn't have had issues. All the crisis Lot had in Abraham's side is the wife. Because she does not listen to anybody. She motivated him to do the wrong things in this life. Just bow your heads. All the women. If you're a man, you have your wife, also join. Think about, are you an Abigail? Or you a Delilah? Or an Eve? Or a Lot's wife? Or a Jezebel? Jezebel would have become the greatest of all in the Bible. Women don't observe anything anymore. They just talk. And the more you keep talking, the more things are going bad. The more you keep talking, the more life is getting tough.